obviously we were able to do what we wanted to do with our defensive game plan. That was the key to the game for us. And they missed 33 shots. They only got 7 offensive rebounds, so you got to be able to play defense and get the rebound, which we struggled with a little early in the game. Once we stopped giving them second chance points, we were able to start getting separation in the game. In the second half, we really shut them down. They only had 6 second chance points for the game and 2 points off turnovers. So when we make people play 5-on-5 against us, anybody, especially in this gym, it's going to be tough to beat us. So I thought our guys' effort, we make it. Some of our players, they make it look easy at times, but it's not. We put a lot into it. The kids put a lot into playing defense, scouting report, toughness, getting back. They got really good players that struggled today. Some of it was to do with they missed some open shots. Some of it was to do with we didn't want to let guys like Najee and Scruggs and Gooden get layups. You know, they're scorers, they're not shooters. And guys like that get layups, and they start to make shots. So that was what we were trying to accomplish, and I thought our guys did a great job of it. I thought Travis did everything he could try to do, rotating to the zone. Jaron made some big shots when they did that. Their zone slowed us down a little bit. But it's a tough game. I told Travis in the handshake, it's a tough game when it's your first road game to play the crosstown shootout. We went through it last year, and we were a top 10 team. It's a hard game in your first road game of the year. Really, really hard game. So, got to try to make sure you play a road game before this one. At least I believe that. I thought it hurt us last year. I thought it probably hurt them a little bit today.
Now, my question was, is that the best you've seen Keith Williams?
No, I saw him play in high school a lot better than that. I seen him get 40 in high school. But no,
right.
You know, young players get better when they work hard. You know, young players get better. You got to give them a chance. And you know, he's a guy that he's got great energy. He loves basketball. He comes to practice every day. Works really hard. Don't ever have to get on Keith about his energy level. Just got to continue to coach his fundamentals, and he'll just continue to get better.
Even by your standards, Mick, how would you evaluate the way your defense played today?
Oh, we were awesome. Yeah, we were as good as we were. You know, obviously there's always something you're not going to be happy with, but would they come in averaging 80, 79, 80, and so they get 47. So, you know, we made them look like they're not a good offensive team today. It's just today. That's what, you know, about this game. It's just today. So, you know, I still think with their 3 fifth-year guys and the Marshall, Scruggs, and Gooden that they're going to have a really good year. They got some tough guys. Guys can get the ball at the rim. And, yeah, look, we gambled a little bit just trying to take away the paint. It worked for us. You know, they'd have made some more shots. It could have been, you know, a little bit different. But they did it to us last year, and we didn't make it early. You know, they took Gary away. They just sold out to take Gary away in the low post. So, you know, games take on a life of their own. But, yeah, that was our game plan. So the guys did a great job with it. But it really starts with offense. See, if you don't turn the ball over, you can set your defense. Even if you don't make the shot. If you take expected shots, you don't take wild shots, then you don't have what we call shooting turnovers, ridiculous shots. You get a chance to get back and make them play 5-on-5. That's what we try to do that to everybody, but especially them because, you know, Scruggs and Gooden, you know, Quentin's so big and strong. He can just bull rush our point guards to the rim, and then they just dunk the rebound. If our big guy misses the block shot or they kick it out, it starts a lot of bad things. But you play a game like this, you only have 5 turnovers, you get a big chance to win.
They had 2 offensive rebounds and putbacks in the first segment, didn't get another one until the end of the game.
Yeah, they'll end up with 6 second chance points. points.
How big was that in terms of
Huge.
your game plan?
Well, it's huge, but, you know, a lot of that is because we weren't getting beat off the dribble. You know, we really worked hard at making sure that they didn't get to the paint. And I'm just going to tell you now, it's a lot harder than the coaching. You know, you sit there and say it. Them three guys can get to the rim now. They can all handle it, and they're strong. And, you know, if you can get Najee to take 8 threes instead of, you know, a bunch of 2s, you got a better chance. Because when he makes hard one-hand shots going to the basket, I mean, 1-foot shots going to the basket. But, you know, our help was really good. So, you know, again, but if they'd have made a few more shots, we'd have spread out. So that's why I don't want to sit here and act like I've been on the other side of that. You know, when sometimes it can snowball too. You start missing shots and guys are a little hesitant taking shots. But we got back. The key is you got to get back against them. No paint starts with transition defense, but that starts with not turning the ball over. The other thing I would tell you, I mean, obviously Jaron's a great player, but Trey Scott's evolution of a guy that we can throw. You got to have somebody, if you're going to be at the high level, that you can throw the ball to every now and then in the low post. And he answered the bell and, you know, had 5 big baskets for us. Those are huge baskets because it adjusts what are you going to do defensively? It puts the pressure on the other coach. That's big for us because you know, I didn't know if he'd be able to do that this year. And he's just been a defender since he's been here.
7 points, 9 assists, only 1 turnover for Justin.
Yeah, Justin won't sleep tonight because he had a turnover. You know, the guys, you know, he's everything that, you know, we try to do. Get a guy, tough kid, get him better, ignore what people say, become a winner, whether it was him, Kevin Johnson, Jermaine Sanders, you know, guy after guy that's come here and helped us win a whole lot of games. So he wants to have a great senior year. You know, I think right now, I'll be honest with you, you know, our guys, I don't know what they say to you in here, but they don't think you guys think they're any good. So if you would do me a favor, and I don't know because I'm going to be honest, I don't watch or read. I got too many issues of my own. It's hard enough for me. Other than Ray Donovan, I don't watch TV. You know, I got to deal with Sammy, and she's almost a teenager, and it's getting harder. So they do think that. Whether you guys say it or I really don't know, but they don't think anybody respects them, especially though as bad as I told them as bad as we played against Ohio State, I would think the same thing. So I think that's to our advantage. We got to use that to our advantage. I got to use it as long as I can use it. So hopefully we, you know, because we got a real rough game coming up. Mississippi State, top 25 team on the road. So.
You talked about after one of those early games with Jaron, you can't teach someone to carve people's hearts out. Do you feel like you did that tonight?
Yeah, he's got it in him. He's got it in him. You know, it's just, you know, do you want to do it every day? You know, all Americans do it every day. Really good players, all league guys, they do it most of the time. All Americans, they do it every day. They dominate. They dominate. My main man, you know, SK went through that. He's, you know, he was here today. He's in the locker room, and you know, it's just like I say, he's only a junior, so it's just a part of it. You know, but the bigger, you know, Nelson said this on the radio. Jaron was like this in high school. The bigger the game, you don't have to worry about him. He's one of those guys. You know, the bigger the game, the more physical the game. You know, he was like that as a freshman. I think we were struggling to score in the second half against UCLA in the NCAA tournament. He was the one guy that could get us baskets. You know, it's just trying to get him with him. It's practice habits, rest, treatment, all the things that it's going to take for him to become an NBA player or something.
Keith came in here and said it was a statement game, revenge for what happened last year. All week you guys talked about just handling business. Do you like?
But them guys don't like losing. I don't talk about that stuff, but they hear it. I believe in execution. I think execution wins. But toughness, it's hard. I tried to say this the other day. It's hard. You know, Travis and I, we got to go play the rest of the season. They play in the Big East. We play in the Americans, much improved. It's hard to win conference games, just as hard as it is to win that game. So we got to play that way our next game. It's going to be harder to win in Mississippi State. But yeah, I mean, hey, if the kid, whatever motivates him, I'm all for it. I'm not going to take it away from him. But I don't talk about that stuff. Because, you know, Keith's in and out in 4 years. I got to deal with Xavier I've had to deal with it for a long time, and hopefully I'll be dealing with it for a lot longer time. So, you know, you're not going to win them all. But you got to stay focused on, you know, for me, I got to worry about the game plan. If you don't play hard in this game, you got no chance. But hey, whatever motivates them, right?
So Sam May's tenacity is a pretty good match for the crosstown shootout so far.
Yeah, Ellie played great last year in this game,
Yeah.
and so did Trey.
Yeah.
You know, we missed a 3 to cut it to 6 with a minute to play last year, which would have been a miracle because they outplayed us thoroughly. And it was a lot because of LEL and Trey Scott, because they play with a lot of heart, both those guys. You know, he's an elite rebounder. He's just an elite rebounder, period. You know, and as this game evolves, and then we can get that splint off of his finger on his shooting hand, that'll help him be able to make a layup and a free throw. But he's still, you know, he's still playing with a splint on it.
Are you better or farther along right now than you expected to be?
It's tough to say, you know, again, you know, home courts I thought was a big advantage today. I really, you know, just evaluating it, sitting here, we're not watching the film yet. But, you know, we started really early. And we'll see. We're going to find out a lot next Saturday. I'll tell you next Saturday. Because they're top 25. They got 9 top 50 players on their roster. And they're at home. You know, this team hadn't played a road game yet. They got 3 fifth-year seniors out there that had never played in this game. So, and they didn't make shots. So you got to be able to. When a team doesn't make shots in your gym, it's going to be hard to beat you. Now, we took away layups and give our guys credit for what they did, but we'll see. I just try to get better, you know, keep getting better. I still think we got a lot of individual players that can get a lot better. We didn't get our, you know, Trevor Moore had a big shot today. You know, he can get a lot better, a lot more consistent. You know, Kane's going to win us a lot of games. He only played 16 minutes today, and he's 0 for 4 from 3. You know, there's going to be games where he'll dominate the game, and he'll be the reason we score enough points to win. What I like about our team is we got a lot of ways to beat you. So I still think we can improve.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.